Hello everyone, welcome back to a Hare over a Hill. I am Hare, and today we are doing an Outlaws of Thunder Junction's pre-release marks, opening it up, going to the backs, seeing what's happening. I've seen a few. Ooh, I'm actually liking that. As soon as you pull the paw tab, yeehaw! I have never actually seen if other sets have done that. Some of the interiors are pretty cool. Um, this is mostly a pack opening like I've done in the past, but I might like go through. It's like, let's see what I would do and whatnot. But with almost every set, I've seen some spoilers, but it's like most of it I focused on like, oh yeah, a commando messenger group I'm part of, so it's like obviously whatnot. Dice, it's your standard spin down. The set symbol until a tap concede episode came on, I didn't actively realize that it was supposed to be a cowboy hat. Maybe North 100. But yeah, it's a cowboy hat, which is actually quite fun. So, and what? Okay, so clearly they have something like in there, but it's like a little hard to see. That's nice. It has the counter symbols and whatnot. For some people that's gonna be cool, but I'm 50-50 on it. I actually use spin downs for counters and whatnot. So, what did I get? Roxanne, Staff, or Savant. Whenever Roxanne, or Savant enters the battlefield or attacks, create a tapped colorless called Meteorite. When Meteorite enters the battlefield, it deals 2 damage to any target, and tap and sacrifice it to add 1 tap, add a Okay, so it's literally Meteorite, which is like a 5 CMC thing that on ETB it literally shocks something and taps funny color. Whenever you tap an artifact token for mana, add 1 mana of any type that artifact can produce. So, this, oh goodness, this is a Gruul token like ramper, like artifact token ramper. That could actually be somewhat fun as a commander. And might see play in other places. Probably not, because it's 5 CMC, so how much that's actually going to be seeing play outside of maybe Commander, I'm not sure. And I'm glad they're doing something outside of actual treasures, but come on. Outlaws of Thunder Junction, a Wild West themed. It's like, okay, obviously you gotta do treasures, but what I have seen Wizards do as of recent of, oh, it enters the battlefield tapped. Okay, I actually somewhat like that fact. So, uh, Loan Shark. Okay, occasionally you have to do it. I like the plot cards. I was thinking this a while ago. Plot. Obviously, it's very similar to Foretell, but obviously different. I don't know if they were trying to, like, quote unquote, fix Foretell, but it's one of those things of, like, I think they're trying to play around with that mechanic. if you really think of it, Companion was really broken. Foretell was a whole lot better. If you want to like, oh yeah, I have extra mana. Huh. I'm gonna exile this and I'm gonna cast this potentially in a future turn for a reduced mana cost. Like Loan Shark, it's literally, or it's like for Loan Shark, its normal cost is 3 in a blue, its plot cost is 3 in a blue, but if it enters the battlefield, if you cast it 2 or more spells this turn, draw a card. So it's like, oh, clearly this is like setting up for a later turn. So it's like, next turn, turn 4, I'm gonna plot this. I'm gonna plot the Loan Shark. Next turn, I get to just outright cast like 4 CMC, then cast Loan Shark. Oh, there's my second spell this turn. So there's that. Or the something like Stagecoach Security, which is 4 and a white, and you can plot it for 3 and a white. I think Wizards might be playing around with a plot foretell like mechanic, eventually trying to make it evergreen like they did with Surveil. That's a prediction. It's a wild prediction, but I think it is a prediction that might be coming eventually. Dang it. So I dribbled a little bit of water on myself for that. Ooh, no. This is interesting. Trumbull Weed Rising. It has a higher plot cost. But when you get to like later on the game, oh yeah, I cast something big, and then for free I cast this. It's like create an XX green element creature token where X is the greatest power among creatures you control. Oh, turn. You can either cast this turn 2, which you may not get something big, or turn 3. I'm gonna plot this, and oh look, a few turns later, I have 20 power, and I tap out, and I just cast this for free, and could be a endo. Mirage Mesa enters the battlefield tapped. As it enters, choose a color, add 1 mana. Okay, so mana fixing for the multicolor decks. Enters the battlefield. Target creature gets -2/-2 with Ambush Gigapede. I gotta appreciate the names. Tags create a dinosaur. Okay. As long if you control something with greater power, enters the battlefield with powerful greater, draw card. Okay, so green might be the color of powerful greater, do something in draft. Okay, map the frontier, search your library for 2 basic lands and or deserts. Put them on the battlefield tab, shuffle. Okay, I'm like, clearly Mirage Mesa is a desert. I'm not sure how common the desert subtype might come up, but mana ramp and mana fixing for 4 mana, not the best you might see in draft, maybe a hiccup. Another Hollow Tumbleweed. My rail is Rakdos joins up, legendary enchantment. When Rakdos joins up, enters the battlefield, return target creature from your graveyard to the battlefield with an additional +2/+2 counters whenever a legendary creature enters the battlefield. Whenever a legendary creature you control dies, Rakdos joins up, deals damage equal to that power's to target opponent. Huh. Now that's fun. It like a revive and a death trigger. 3 a black and a red. Okay, so if that was cheaper, it might see some play in 60 card constructed in a Rakdos based aristocrat decks, but being 5 CMC, that's getting a little expensive, and might only see commander play. And Fierce Retribution, yeah, as these guys destroyed, I'll get attacking creature, then with the cleave of 5 and a white, remove attacking. So for 6 mana, destroy any creature. Yeah, not really what I'm looking for, so it might see limited play, but probably not, definitely not constructed. Okay. Saddle 2. Tap any number of creatures you control with total power 2 or more. This mount becomes saddled until end of turn. Saddle. Okay, whenever Queer a charger attacks, it gets +1/+2 and gets menace until end of turn. It can't block. Okay. Okay, I'm actively forgetting what. There has to be more with what Saddle does. Like, okay, now I'm actually curious of, like, okay. Saddle, fighting creature is an activate. Meaning you can only activate main phase while the stack is empty. Similar to Crew, Saddle activated by creatures you control with total power 2 or greater than value. Creature with Saddle, unlike vehicles, cannot attack and block like regular while unsaddled. Also, unlike vehicles, there is no mechanical connection between saddle ability and the mount type. If a mount loses its creature types, it retains saddle ability. Okay, so on the Queer Hedgehog, there is no. Oh, attacks while saddled. Okay, so it's mostly. I completely miss those 2 words, well saddled. The biggest thing is it's either for 4 mana I get a 4/3, or if I tap something with power, any number of creatures with power 2 or greater, my Queer Hedgehog becomes a 5/5 with menace. So it's either 4/3 vanilla or tap down something else to. Okay, I get it. Enter spell. Okay. If I was getting this right now, I might legitimately be going with the Roxanne and a red green, because I'm getting a good number of like red green stuff. I'm getting some black stuff. I might legitimately like play that thing that grab deserts. Play this to I declare black and like put in the Rakdos power up, but I'm not even 2 packs in, so but that is what it's looking like at the moment. So, okay. And Vile Smasher. So there's that. Another creature, whenever another outlaw enters the battlefield, under your control, Vile Smasher, Lethal Grenade, deals 1 damage to target creature. Okay, so like, I either want to go red-black, or I may want to go red-black splash green if I was actually playing this so far. Because I'm seeing a lot of green, a lot of red show up, and having like a black smash for like 2 cards at the moment. Oh, Pillage the Bog is the veil from this pack. Look at the top X cards of your library, where X is twice the number of lands you control. Put one of them into your hand. Look at the top cards. Put one of them into your hand, the rest to the bottom in a random order. It's a green and a black, and one generic green and a black to plot it. So yeah, it's, if I was going to play this, it's like the two rares that I got so far is red black, a red green, and I got a multicolored uncommon in black and red. So it's like, that's probably how I would be doing this. Yes, and a rare Archmage's Charm. Choose one, counter target spell. Target player draws 2 cards. Gain control of target non-land permanent mana, 1 or less. So that is a thing going in the trade behind her. I got an art card, which that is actually a fun art card. And Gold Rush, or one in a green, create a treasure token until end of turn. Up to 1 target creature gets +2/+2, and for each treasure you control. Okay, so at minimum that's create a treasure and give something +2/+2. I haven't seen that much things come up with treasures, but again, treasure is becoming more and more a thing, but it's also, come on, a Wild West themed set, and there's nothing to do with treasures. Let's be realistic. Phantom Interference, Mythic Tether, Queer Hedgehog again, another Bristleback Sentry, Defender as long as you control a creature with power 4 greater. Sentry can attack as though it didn't have. Okay, a 2 mana 3/3. Djinn of Fool's Falls, Rodeo Pyromancers. Whenever you cast your force spell each turn, add red for 4/3. That could actually be fun. Odin, Poltergeist. Whenever you attack with one more creatures with power 4 greater, create a treasure. 1 in a red, sacrifice a treasure. Jolie, name Plunder, Pugilist, deals 1 damage to target creature, to any target. Yeah, if I actually got this, I would be going Gruul with Splashing Black at the moment. So, Blontac Ranch, tap to add a colorless. It's a desert tap, add 1 color. Spend this mana to cast a mount spell. Or for 3 in a generic, look at the top of your library. If it's a mount, you may reveal it and put it into your hand. If you don't put it into your hand, you may put it at the bottom of your library. So that's a pretty cool filter. Okay, Blooming Marsh. It's a vast land rare set. Okay. Ancient. Oh, the one shot. Ancient Cornucopia. 2 and a. Whenever you cast a spell, create one or more colors. You may gain a life for each of those colors spent. For each of those colors. Do this once each turn. You guess. Okay, so it's not that good. Honestly, it really isn't. Where is my mouse? There. So there was. You can probably do a lot. Okay, clear shot. Target creature you control gets +1/+1 until end of turn. It deals damage equal to its penalty to target creature you don't control. Okay. Oasis Gardener. Tap, add any one mana of any color. You gain 2. Okay. It's a good vamp. It'll vamp Scarecrow. Yeah, it is an all creature construct Scarecrow, so if you're playing a Scarecrow that can want ramp, there we go. Where's the... Okay, let's just keep going. We are 3 packs in, and we are 22 minutes in. Another nice art card, which is pretty cool. Prickly Hare, Exkin Veil, as a corrupted conviction as an additional cost. Sack creature, draw 2 cards. Okay. Okay. Holy cow! Flash flying enters the battlefield, gain 2 life, scry 1 for a 3 mana, 2 generic, and a white for 2/2. Not bad. Creature type, Archangel. Love it. It's a stupid card, but I love it. Deadeye Duelist. 1 generic and 1 deal 1 damage to a creature 1/3. Okay. Late game mana sink. Okay. I like how they actively did the breeze. It actually adds something to some cards, modularity. Oh, double rares. But one of them, Rakdos the Muscle, more in my Gruul deck with a black splash, or just Jund at this point. Yeah. Flying Trample, whenever you sacrifice another creature, exile cards equal to its mana value. Sacrifice a creature, indestructible. Yeah. Yep. I'm loving it. Leela, the undefeated prowess. Whenever you cast a multicolored instant sorcery from your hand, exile that spell instead of putting it into your graveyard as it resolves. If you do, plot it. It's plotted. Okay, I'm actually that's somewhat cool. Prospective Scorn, choose 1, destroy a target creature with mana value 3 or less, return creature for return the sand. Okay. And ooh, no, that is cool. Our Bluffs enters the battlefield tapped. It's a desert. tap a red or white, whenever the bluffs enters the battlefield, it deals 1 damage to a creature, similar to the original deserts. I like it. Sorry, talking gets the throat going at it. I mean, we are making fairly good time with this. Another human cleric with lifelink and haste. Flail on that's okay. Yeah, they're doing that with almost. So deserts might be a little bit more common than I thought, but if I already have like 3 or 4 of them, then I think we're gonna be good in terms of overall density for maybe deserts. It might be hard to pull off in limited, but it might be a thing. Yeah. And just battlefield. Okay. Snake Veil. Conduit Pylons. Enters the battlefield, scry 1. Tap to add a colorless and filter land. Peerless Rope Mass. At knife points, a 1, a red, and a black. As long as it's your turn, outlaws you control have first strike whenever you commit a crime. Create a 1/1 red mercenary. This only triggers once. This is reinforcing that I'm most likely playing Jun, but I'm only playing black in the sense that I have so many multicolored cards in this set. So, lassoed by the law. Okay. Stubborn boar fiend. A badger beast melt. Enters the whenever it becomes saddled the first time each turn. Mill 2 cards, then stubborn boar fiend gets +2/+2 +X until end of turn, where X is the number of creatures in graveyards. And it's a 1 in a green. And set a 2. So limited playable potentially. Bruce Torwell, Shoveling, Woven Rancher, Oxen you control, so all oxes get double strike. Hardy Cow gets +2 gets double strike. Whenever Bruce Roving Wanderer enters the battlefield or attacks, exile card from the top card. If it's a land, create a 2/2 white ox token. Otherwise, you may cast it until the end of your next turn. Okay, that is pretty cool. The Hollow is a rare. Etrial the Bagler 1 and full S-ball. Lifelink whenever an all enters your control. Whenever an all you control becomes attached to a non-land permanent, an opponent it controls to a non-land opponent your opponent controls with mana value less than and equal to that all's mana, gain control of that permanent as long as the okay. So put big O's on opponents and just steal stuff, which is cool. And reanimate. As soon as I heard reanimate was on the this type of bonus sheet, I'd say, okay, I think on Arena I might have to build a reanimator deck. Just good old reanimator and just start digging stuff out of the graveyard. And I ain't saying she's a gravedigger, but she gets things out of the graveyard with startling efficiency. If you get that reference, I hope you appreciate it. Need to get a drink. Okay, whenever Bridal Bighorn attacks, where Saddle, create a 1/1 white sheep token. Saddle 2. Oh, this is an absolutely great design, and I would definitely go. I'll most likely have it posted up there. I just posted a discussion of things that I think I'm somewhat liking where White is going, with definitely with the introduction of, wait, why aren't we doing more reanimation of smaller things? And oh look, like with Helion 2, that just says, oh yeah, whenever crew 4, and whenever I attack, I create 2 angels. For angels, oh look, the angels can eventually just crew the Parhelion, and that is an amazing design. And this little guy just like proves it's like, okay, I need to be saddled too. Oh look, if I'm saddled, I just create a 1/1 sheep. Okay, next turn, maybe the little sheepy and something else can saddle it. I attack again. Oh look, I just created 2 sheep. I have 2 sheep tokens. Those sheeps can now just saddle up Bighorn and can feed into it. So I love that White is actually like, yeah, no, other colors do token creation. We do consistent token generation. Like, even when it doesn't take a whole lot for us to do it. I really love that about it. Wait, Giant Beaver. 3 and a green. Vigilance. Whenever Giant Beaver attacks while saddled, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature that's saddled it this turn. Okay, let's just grow things. And for 4 mana, you get a 4/4 vanilla. Or, oh yeah, you little thing, jump on my beaver and I'm gonna make you grow. Amazing. Take the fall. Acheon Death. Gold Pen. Enters, create a treasure, +1/+1, and equip for 1. Ruthless. Okay, Ruthless Lawbringer. When Ruthless Lawbringer enters the battlefield, you may sacrifice another creature. If you do, destroy target non-land permanent. So you can activate this if you don't have another creature, but this could be slotting into some aristocrats decks because you're gonna just have things to sacrifice. And it's just like, and when you do, destroy target non-land permanent. Yeah, it's like, yeah, it can't be the only thing on the field, but it's like, oh, see that Wellsp? Is it a creature? You may yeah, it has to be another creature, but it's like, here's my Doom Traveler, goodbye, and then shoot down your biggest thing. I like it. It's either you get a 3/2 at worst, And at best, you literally like, I don't need you little thing, and destroy your biggest threat. So yeah, I'll say I like it. Forsaken Miner. Ooh. Hell, Pass Mars. Other outlaws you control have haste. Okay. And considering I said we might be in Gruul, and potentially just outright Jund, I'm already liking that. Because apparently outlaws, most of the outlaws are in Rakdos. Probably not as much as green, but still. I like it. And when it enters the battlefield, create 2 mercenaries. Creature tokens. So those can immediately just start doing things. Hypothesis. Both the sizzle. Draw 2 cards, then you may discard a non-land card. When you do, Hypothesis deals 4 damage to target creature for 3 generic blue and a red. I'm getting a little bit tired, so yeah. That is okay. So yeah, by what I got, I think I might be going Jund, but it's more like Gruul with splash of black into the main deck. But what are your thoughts? Like, what I am seeing, I am actually liking in part. The set seems fun. I obviously haven't exactly sat down and actually played any of it yet. But as always, leave your thoughts down in the comment section down below. As always, people, I'll see you around.